Are on the way for Singapore's oldest MRT lines. 40 are set to run on the north-south and east-west lines from 2024. They'll cost nearly $340 million and come with a long-term service contract. Deborah Wong has the latest on the government's efforts to improve rail reliability.
Larger spaces for strollers and wheelchair users, gap fillers for safer boarding and alighting, and monitoring features that detect emerging faults. These are some features of the 40 new trains, which are on top of 66 purchased from manufacturer Bombardier in 2018. All 106 will enter service from 2022 to 2026 and will make up 53% of the trains on Singapore's two oldest lines when fully introduced. These purchases are part of larger renewal efforts which have already tracked results. For instance, the East-West line last year clocked 1.48 million kilometres between delays, a figure over 3 times better than the year before.
We now have a very reliable and affordable MRT system. We will remain steadfast in our goal of delivering a reliable, safe and affordable rail service. We have achieved this for today's commuters, but must now focus our efforts on sustaining this for generations to come.
Public transport operator SMRT, which runs the two lines, also signed a 10-year service support contract with Bombardier. That includes an option for a further 20-year extension. This arrangement is the first of its kind for MRT trains. This is a good move, says one expert, in light of disruptions in the past.
Those trains has been manufactured so long ago, and the manufacturer, they do not produce those parts any longer. So actually the SMRT has a very hard time to find the maintenance part for those trains. So by having this kind of contract, of course the SMRT is going to be relatively free from the worrying about whether they are going to have enough maintenance part when it's needed.
As the trains are supplied by one company, the Land Transport Authority says this would drive costs down. And as for some of the old trains, Mr. Ong says they serve as key markers of Singapore's history. Trains like these, for instance, have been around since 1987, and chances are most Singaporeans have probably travelled in one of them. Some schools and agencies have already expressed interest to use them for education and training purposes. Renewal of these two MRT lines started from 2012, and the Transport Ministry says it has passed the halfway mark. To boost the network, LTA is also replacing the track circuit system to provide early warning and quick recovery for signalling failures. That project has been delayed by 2 years due to the COVID-19 pandemic.